Nice.
The one that everybody hated or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's like a dance remix of Ghostbusters or whatever. And it's funny, he sent it to me. He's like, dude, check this out. He sent me an MP3 over Skype or whatever, and I listened. I'm like, oh man, that was my favorite song when I was 8 years old. That's amazing. Like, he did this killer remix. And I went to the theater the next day and heard it in the theater, and I'm like, wait a second, didn't he just send me that? So that's kind of cool. So he made some really big bank off that for the movie trailer and stuff like that. So I would recommend, trying to get in touch with music placement agencies in LA and just like one song. If you get one song, it can finance your entire next album. You know, it can finance your mastering, your mixing, your CD duplication. T-shirts, like the whole 9 yards, or it could pay your rent for 6 months or a year or whatever, you know. Same with video game licensing. Basically any media licensing. Just if you're in band, do yourself a favor, take the time, go find these people online, get your stuff to them. That's the only way that I can see that bands can make money. That's part of the reason I'm glad I'm in the position I'm in, is, like I said, I don't have to worry about making money from Kiss's Kill. But even if I did have to worry about it, I wouldn't be making money from it. It's a financial being in a band is just basically a financial black hole, you know? Don't get me wrong, I know that there are ways to make some bank from it. But typically, when a band tours, they break even at best, right? I've heard all of these stories and everything like that. That's why it's this little tip. I swear, if bands if you had a couple songs licensed for a TV show or a movie or whatever, that's some serious dough, and that can finance everything. You know, take off the pressure and get your music out to millions of people as well. So that's my tip of the day. That's James's tip of the day for you. Oh, hey, there's another theme song. That's awesome.
That's right. See?
I'm gonna sample all this for my next album. So there you go.
There you go, Spider.
Charles doesn't appreciate this kind of stuff. I'll come up with these noises, and she's just laughing at me.
I do. I have to laugh at you because it's Spider's tune.
I think it's important that one of you is the comedian and one of you is the straight man, just like Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy.
Take turns.
Bob and David from Mr. Show. It's like you got to have the funny one, so you guys have a good dynamic. I'm still not sure who's the funny one and the straight one, but I'm sure
we kind of trade places sometimes.
Yeah, we take turns.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to take turns to keep everybody on their toes.
That's awesome. So let me think here. What else was there? I'm trying to think what I've left out, man.
How about we take a little music break real quick?
Great, awesome.
Yeah, we can get our thoughts together. I got Believe queued up. So tell us about that one real quick.
Okay, so Believe is one that I was actually having a lot of trouble with. I couldn't finish it, so I sent it to my friend. I sent it to my friend Pete Crossman, I was just talking about, from Victory Hill, and he basically had his way with it and sent it back to me, and it was phenomenal. So this track is actually co-written and co-produced by my good friend Pete Crossman. So I hope you enjoy it.
All right, here goes. Believe. Kiss His Kill.
Hey, and we're back. Let's talk about the music. That was Believe by Kisses Kill. And this is Spider from good old Flatland, Ohio, where the Republican National Convention is next week.
Woohoo! Wait, what?
Oh.
No. Wait, I don't know.
I am so sorry.
Well, we don't know if it's good or not. I mean, there's a lot of people who are planning on having riots up there.
With guns, I hear. With guns.
Yeah, so...
Oh,
what
could go wrong?
But that's my neck of the woods. We also have Shells in Tacoma. You
Yep.
got anything crazy going on out there in Tacoma right now, Shells?
No. Not really. Not that I'm aware of. Not that I pay attention to it. So, I don't know. I mean...
Beautiful.
We got weather. We got sunshine. So that's
Yep.
something new. That never
Yeah,
happened.
I know. I know,
Barely.
like, what's that glowing ball in the sky?
I know. And
Oh, it's been hot here in Ohio. It was positively baking today. We had heat lightning, and that's what set off the storm because there's just so much stuff going on.
yes, and who we're having on the air right now, who understands Washington weather, is we've finally gone local again.
Yeah.
Kiss is Kill. So he understands about this big old ball of sunlight that we don't know what that is.
I know. Well, I've been here 10 years now. In May, actually. So I just celebrated a decade here. When I first moved here, I remember vividly for 3 to 6 months every year of just rain. Just rain.
Yeah.
All the time. Rain, 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 rain. I mean, you get a little sun, and I remember it got depressing.
Yeah.
And now, as time has gone on, I'm remembering back and thinking, it's not raining like that anymore now.
Yeah.
Like we're getting some rain here and there, and rainier seasons, like the winter is rainier. But I don't remember those 2 weeks at a time of every day being rain. Like this is the global warming. This is the upside of global warming, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
There's always a positive, right?
yeah. Well, and the funny thing is, when I left Toronto, the weather was super hot summers, obviously cold winters, but they were relatively short, you know. And then since I've left, the summers have shrunk down and become less hot. The winters are way longer and way colder. So I did a complete crossfade. I got here just in time for the weather to change in my favor. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we when I got here when I was 14 years old. I came from Houston, Texas, and Oklahoma, Nebraska. You know, so those hot weather and Oklahoma, and Oklahoma too. So I lived all three states. So I came out here from Texas. And so when we had things about rain this and rain that and rain, it's like I was not okay with it. I had a very hard time to adjust with it. And so, but then the snow came. That was fun for a bit. And then in 1991 or 2 was my junior year in high school. We were snowed in. There's no school, which is great. But we were snowed in because I lived in Gig Harbor, Washington, and we had no school for about almost a month and a half because of the snow.
Yeah. I've noticed that too. I think it's funny, right? So I used to know it was wintertime when I would come up out of my parking garage in Toronto and I would make a left turn, but my car would go right or keep going straight. Okay? And then that's how you'd know. That's how Canadians know. Like, okay, time to readjust. It's winter now. Like, that's how you'd know. And it was awful. I mean, you'd have snow up to your knees. I mean, it's no joke, right? So, so basically, when I come out here, and it hasn't snowed for 4 years now.
No, I know. Here? Yeah,
but
I know.
there was a number of years there when I was here. The first number of years I was here, every December, for about 2 or 3 days, it would snow, and it would pack up. I mean, but the whole city shuts down. And I would sit there laughing, right? Because, like, I mean, really, this isn't that much snow. But the truth is, nobody knows how to drive in it here.
No,
you notice that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
The tires aren't designed for it either, so there's no grip. And then there's a lot of hills, right?
Yeah.
So, but the whole city shuts down, which is just funny to me, right? Because it's like, you know,
well,
I basically was born on Hoth, you know, and just like, so it's like, I don't miss it though. I don't miss that snow, man. Last time I went back, I walked 2 blocks in down Toronto with the snow, and I thought I was literally going to die from exposure. I mean, it was a nightmare.
Well, in Nebraska,
Yeah,
oh, sorry, guy.
When I used to live in Pennsylvania and a little bit closer to the border, we lived next to Lake Erie, and we got lake effect snow all the time, and it was horrible because it could never decide if it wanted to be frozen